Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what about you is hypnotizing to others. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have rose quartz. And we have the violet angel with breaking dawn. For pile number 2, we have Carnelian. And we have the sewer mermaid with your sensuality is beautiful. For pile number 3, we have this red cat's eye. And we have the grumpy red fairy with be your true self. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be your pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and the violet angel with breaking dawn, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what about you is hypnotizing to others. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. So this first oracle card we used is the Shadows and Light oracle. I'm going to go ahead and pull some more oracle cards on camera for you. So spirit guides of my pile 1s, we're using the Priestess of Light oracle. May I please look into what about my pile 1s is hypnotizing to others? What about my pile 1s is hypnotizing to others? We have River of Blessings with releasing constraints. At the back of the deck, we have Wings of Light with becoming something new. And now we're going to be using the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. Okay, we have a card already, Feeling Safe. And then at the back of the deck, we have Naked. Some of you may be drawn to pile 2 since this is at the back of the deck. Pile 2 had that mermaid in it. Okay, now I'm going to be using this small little tarot deck as an oracle deck. All of a sudden, this tarot deck felt so cold. I don't know if that's a message for this reading. Okay, what about you? My pile 1s is hypnotizing to others. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Devil. I love this for you. And we have the Lovers. Very interesting. At the back of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Okay, my pile number 1. So what I feel from your energy right off the bat is, you picked this card with pink in the background and a pink rose quartz crystal. And with this oracle deck, I'm sure if you've seen the other cards, this is probably one of the most colorful cards in that deck, but one of the most romantic looking two soft energies. So, since we're using a Shadows and Light Oracle deck and, most of the other cards, I want to kind of just show you, are kind of like darker. There aren't much light cards like this. Or bright. Do you get what I mean? So maybe you have this kind of light energy around you. Spirit is letting me know that this is my pile of people that are kind of like a little bit angelic in some way. You have this nice but naughty energy to I'm sorry for saying that, but I'm seeing that with the Devil card. And I'm hearing the Ariana Grande song Positions when I look at this Devil card and then the Lovers. In her lyrics, she kind of says, "Heaven sent you to me. I'm just hoping I don't repeat history." And then she's saying she wants to meet his mom on Sunday and then do this on a Monday. So I kind of get that vibe from you, like maybe you don't exude that energy yourself, but then you have this kind of angelic, but then also like maybe seductive side to you too at the same time, if that makes sense. I'm not meaning to turn this into an 18 plus reading, but I'm just seeing this energy. And I think people find you very cute. There's something about you having this Venusian energy surrounding you too. And when I say Venusian energy, it's because you connect to your heart space on such a deep level, my pal ones. I mean, you chose the rose quartz crystal. I feel like you have this romantic essence to you, and what hypnotizes others is this romantic essence you have. And it's not just in terms of romance, it's also just in general. I feel like when you are around people with the Breaking Dawn card, this card talks about springtime coming. The winter period is over and springtime is coming, and things are starting to blossom. Things are starting to get much lighter in the energies. Things are starting to get warmer. So maybe you have that kind of effect on people with your energy since you're so in your heart space. It's like when you're around people, it doesn't just have to be romantic. It's kind of like you have this effect on people where you make everything feel much better. Like, let's say they were really, really going through harsh feelings or harsh, here with releasing constraints, like harsh challenges or situations in their life where they had to be strong. With the Seven of Wands, it's kind of like you lift a weight off people's shoulders with your energy. And there is this sort of angelic vibe to you too that I'm feeling right off the bat, like where people maybe look at you as if you're heavenly in some way. Because she's even around the clouds. It gives me this kind of heavenly, angelic energy, and she's literally the violet angel. So people look at you like that, and when you're around people, there is this sense of you hypnotizing them with not only your beauty, but also your inner beauty, but also this is for all genders, but like when I talk about beauty, I mean like attractiveness. It's also your vibe and your aura that is so full of love. It kind of makes people feel like their sorrows have been lifted. Maybe you are someone with a lot of healing energy, or just this very safe, loving presence that makes people feel at home, that makes people feel at ease. I feel like when people are around you, you somehow just have this calming, serene effect on them, where it's almost like you lift their sorrows, you take away the sad cloud over their head and, replace that with springtime energies, flowers, if that makes sense. This is what I feel here hypnotizes people because I think it is hypnotizing in a sense when people are around you and, they're going through really tough times in their life. And then you just make it somehow feel better. And then they go home and it's kind of like they crave you again. Even if they didn't speak to you, I feel like it's your energy. Like how cats can just be around people and heal their energy, or I'm hearing walking crystal. Maybe you have an energy like a walking crystal. And I'm looking at this aloe vera here. Maybe you have a very soothing energy, and the lavender here, a very soothing, peaceful, calm energy towards people. And then when you're around them, you are like that walking crystal that is healing them or taking away their sorrows or making them feel a little bit safer in their physical body or in their physical environment, making them feel a little bit more calm in their emotions. And it's sort of like, I don't want to say people view you as someone like a hero, because I'm hearing that song, I need a hero, something like that. I'm not saying people view you like that, but I just feel like people kind of get this feeling from you. I don't exactly know how to explain it, but Spirit showing me it visually to explain the energy. You know, when you get your nails done at a place, or you go and you wash your hair and they're massaging your head, or you go for a massage, or if someone is tickling your back or playing with your hair, and then you get these goosebumps, and you just don't want it to stop. It feels so good. You feel so relaxed. You feel like you're being pampered in some way. I feel like your energy makes people feel like that, as if they have just gotten the most amazing massage, as if they have just gotten their nails done, as if someone was playing with their hair and they felt so good and relaxed. That is how your energy makes people feel, and it's hypnotizing because it's like, I want more of that energy around me. Like, what did they do? I just feel so much better around them. And then people are just naturally drawn to you in that sense. Because I'm even looking at her here, and she's wearing like a silk dress. You have this very silky, soft, gentle energy that is hypnotizing to people because it soothes them. It makes them feel like something is lifted off their shoulders. And I also feel this energy where you have an outer beauty to you, this Venusian energy of like attracting people in, not only in a romantic way. I feel like a lot of people, have your energy around, and they want to be your friend. They want to be in your circle. They want to be around you. A lot of strangers look at you and they feel your energy, and there's something about them wanting to talk to you, but maybe brushing it off. And there is this feeling of it being hypnotizing because it's like, I want more of that in my life. I want more of that peaceful feeling in my life. So yeah, you just have this very serene, calming energy. That's what I feel here. I also feel like a lot of people put their trust in you, and there's something about you having this loving, supportive energy towards you. People often feel this sort of vibe from you, like they can be emotionally vulnerable with you. They can kind of let their guard down a little bit with the Seven of Wands here. A lot of the times as humans, we walk in the world with a guard up because we've been hurt before. We're scared of the world. You know what I mean? And it's so rare that people can find that safe space where they can just relax and let that guard down. And I feel like you have that lavender aloe vera energy of like soothing energy, and there's something here where people feel like you're non-judgmental, where they feel this loving, supportive vibe from you. Like they can come up to you and tell you about things about their life that they wouldn't tell another person because they know they'd get a certain type of reaction out of them. Um, are some of you therapists, or some of you like the friend therapist, or Are some of you just like that type of people with that vibe where people feel comfortable talking to you and telling you about their stories in life, like their whole life story? Or are some of you working in spiritual healing in some way? Because that's a vibe I get from you. Like, I could come to you in confidence and tell you everything about me, all my secrets, and even if it didn't align with you, like, let's say I was doing something and I felt really ashamed of it and I came to you, even if that energy didn't align to you or you didn't agree with what I was doing, it's like you'd hold this non-judgmental attitude, kind of give me loving guidance and support, and help me through that to see maybe a better path, or maybe not even a better path, but like there's something about you being intuitive too, and like talking to people and kind of like telling them exactly the right things they need to hear. And I feel that energy too. I don't know why, but I'm also feeling a vibe from you. Do some of you like to color your hair? I just feel a vibe for one or two of you. Like, I just saw one or two of you, like to color your hair blue, pink, purple, or like to wear different colored wigs or things like that. Or maybe you're a really colorful person. You don't mind dressing in a really creative way. And I'm hearing like a lot of you have an amazing fashion style, and that is hypnotizing too to others, because it's like I just want to stare at you more. And you also have a lot of attractive energy to you, this romantic essence, this Venusian essence of like drawing people in. Um, and I just feel an energy for some of you. You have this cuteness too that is hypnotizing to others. And it's like you almost have this energy of like people look at you as if you're a cartoon character. I don't know why. I'm also seeing like anime. I don't know if some of you or one or two of you cosplay, and it's kind of hypnotizing to people. um yeah, like I feel this energy where you don't mind dressing up in a very unique way, and I think people are very drawn to that because it's unique and it's you, and you really pull off everything you wear. I feel like you are very innovative in general, or maybe some of you are creative, and there's something about you inspiring people, even if it's not through your fashion style. Like maybe some of you do art, or some of you are like, I'm seeing baking, and you bake like really creative things, or whatever creative things you do. For some of you it's really innovative and unique, and it inspires a lot of people when they look at your work, or it would inspire a lot of people if that's your sign, if you've been thinking of that. But yeah, I just feel that energy with you. Like a lot of people desire you, a lot of people are attracted to you, but then also at the same time, a lot of people feel like they can be themselves around you, feel safe around you, feel like there's this weight lifted off their shoulders, and feel like they can be emotionally vulnerable around you. You have also like the celestial energy too, that is hypnotizing to people. And you know what? Another thing I'm seeing with Breaking Dawn here, Breaking Dawn kind of reminds me of Twilight. In Twilight when he like goes around her all the time and he like switches, he like is here and then he's all of a sudden here. Do you get what I mean? Like that energy. Spirit just showed me that, and Spirit showed me an energy of like you being in people's minds for a very long time. Um, and I'm smelling your scent for some of you. Some of you smell really good, and that's hypnotizing. Like Spirit is showing me, in those cartoons when they smell really sweet things, like a sweet pie or something, and then that scent carries them towards that thing. It's like that, like when people smell you, they kind of get hypnotized by your scent. But anyways, back to the vision I was seeing of Twilight. It's like you have this effect on people where you're in their mind all day, even if you're not there. I'm kind of seeing like someone walk and then see your face everywhere on like billboards, on everything, or see reminders of you everywhere. Maybe you are the type of person that is like the one that got away, or like when people meet you, maybe the things you say just echo in their head all day, and like they can't get you out of their head, and that is also hypnotizing to them, because it's kind of like that Twilight feel, like you're a vampire in their head, um, and they can't get you out of their head kind of energy. That is the vibe I feel very strongly. And I think a lot of you might listen to this and be like, no, no one does that. But, like after interactions with people, or you being around people, there's something about them maybe not being able to forget you. Even sometimes strangers like will see you and feel attracted to you, and it's like they can't get you out of their head. Maybe they see other strangers, and they will get over it very fast, have a crush on them, like a love at first sight crush on them, and then get over it really fast. But with you, it's like you play repeat on people's heads. That is the vibe I get from you very strongly, and it's hypnotizing. And I'm hearing a song, but I'm not sure what it's called. I just want to find it. I'm hearing the Skin Shape song, Don't Call My Name. And he basically says, Don't call my name. I'm always there for trust you seek. I will be in his way, blah, 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 blah. So the song is maybe about like him cutting out someone in his love life, because it seemed like she was with someone else or something like that. Um, and he's like, I'm sad to go, but space I need. Like, so maybe you've left some people in your life, or you've left them behind because they've hurt you in some way. It doesn't have to be a situation like that, but it's kind of like, don't call my name, don't wait for me, like leave me alone. Like once you hurt me, I'm gone. Um, and I feel like maybe you've had certain people in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it's like you get one strike and then you're out, or you get three strikes and then you're out, kind of energy. And like, I'm not letting you back in my life once I've cut you out. So maybe you are someone that is like the one that got away for a lot of people, where you've cut them out of their life, and somehow you maybe not like lashing out at them, but you just saying like, don't call me again, don't text me, don't text my phone, like don't look for me, like I'm out of your life forever. Something about that makes them self-reflect, and makes them maybe even look at their bad traits, or certain toxic traits that they have that they don't want to look at, that they have put off looking at the whole life, with the Seven of Wands here and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you make people somehow look at their lessons, because you have that effect on people. Like, I don't feel like you're a mean person, but if someone said something mean to them, to you, you'd clap back at them, in not in a mean way, but like you'd clap back and you'd say something back to them that would maybe even not be mean, but like make them reflect on their actions and how that affects their life. And also like with people from your past that like hurt you in some way emotionally, it's like you cutting them out and not even being rude or doing anything like that makes them self-reflect, and makes them think, oh, this is why, I don't have friends, or this is why people don't want to be around me, because I'm toxic like this, or whatever, kind of energy. And I guess it just makes people think, and it makes them sort of want to work on themselves, but then at the same time, they just can't let go of the thought of you. I feel like my ear's ringing now. I feel like some of you have people you've cut off that still think of you to this day, even if it was short-lived. And with the Lovers and the Devil, there is this energy of like, wife me up, husband me up, and then you'll get that side to me. You know when people dress up as like an angel for Halloween and then their best friend dresses as like a devil? I feel like you have that type of vibe, like you have two sides to you. And it's not in a bad way. I see like the angelic side as you, and then that other side is like the seductive, like I'm hearing vampy side to you. Like it's almost like you're on people's minds in that sense. And you have this very seductive energy to you, but it's kind of like an energy you hold where some of you won't date a person unless they're really ready to commit to you, or you won't do this with them unless they're really ready to put in the work for you. And then it's kind of like you're on their minds all the time in that sense, and they crave you in that sense, but they can't have you for some of you. Whereas for others of you, it's kind of like if you are with a person like that, or if you are having a person attracted to you in that seductive way, it's kind of like you have this effect on them where maybe if they're like a player, it's almost like they want to date you all of a sudden and commit to you all of a sudden, because in this Lovers card we see a couple getting married. And I want to show you something funny. The deck I was drawn to using today, I didn't shuffle it yet, but look at this Lovers card. Is that not a synchronicity? And I didn't use it yet. So you make people want to wife you up, husband you up, marry you, like commit to you. That's the effect you have on people that is hypnotizing in love, but also in friendships. I feel like maybe people just see you and they're like, oh my gosh, I want pile one to be my best friend kind of energy. What about my pile ones is hypnotizing to others? This reading is so fun. I love it. We have the Well card. I feel like with the Well card, you have this depth to you, my pile ones. And when you're on people's minds, you run deep in their mind. It can even be a short-lived connection or friendship you have with someone. And it's like they never feel the same with anyone else. And it's kind of like their mind always goes back to you. You have that one-of-a-kind energy. Catch energy, you're a catch. We have the Strength card, and it's kind of like when people are not in your life anymore, they have to stay strong and kind of move on, but then another part of their mind keeps going back to you. And with the Well card, I also feel like you have this depth to you. Like maybe some people are, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit more surface level, but you have this depth to you, and like when people talk to you, they feel like they can go deep in conversations with you and just get lost in conversations, almost like they're going to another realm with you, and it's like we're no longer in this boring kind of energy. We're somewhere fun with the conversation, and I hope I'm explaining this right, but it's kind of like people never want the conversation to end, and that about you is hypnotizing to others. And I feel like some of you may sometimes notice that, and some of you are quite introverted where you want the conversation to end because it's like your social battery has run out, but then they keep wanting to talk about you because your energy's so, or keep wanting to talk to you because your energy's so hypnotizing. And with the Well card, I feel like people want to know deeper and deeper about you. Like when they start to get to know you in any type of way, it's like, I want to know more about this person, kind of energy. People may even sometimes get a little bit obsessed with you. I'm hearing that song, Why You So Obsessed with Me? Like they will go to your social media. I'm seeing someone scroll through social media and go deep through your posts, go deep through maybe your story highlights, or like it's like they want to know more about you. They're intrigued by you. Like if a stranger just met you, it's like they go deep down your social medias. It doesn't have to be Instagram, but you get what I mean. And then they go through all your friends, like who's this person's friends with? What does this person like to do? It's kind of like people get obsessed with you, and then you have that hypnotizing effect where it's kind of like they need to stay strong and stop thinking about you. And I'm also feeling like some people have jealousy towards you, and then they're just wanting to find more on you, and then they try to stay strong and not like look at you in that sense. Or I feel like some people are attracted to you, and then their mind like runs on replay about you, or like exes or people from the past. And it's like they kind of have to stay strong and try to not look at you in that sense, or look through your things or think about you, because when they do, it's kind of like they just go down a rabbit hole. And I feel like you have that effect on people that is hypnotizing. We have the star card. So you are like that star that shines brightly, but you also have a lot of healing energy, and you're like that support system for a lot of people, because there is a sense of you being like a rock to people, you being their strength, you being their confidant. We have the Queen of Cups. You have this very serene energy to you, like this energy of being like emotionally vulnerable with people, being a good listener, being someone with a lot of love to give. Maybe you even have this hopeless romantic energy to you. And this energy to you, like where people wear their hearts on their sleeve for you because of this Knight of Cups here, because of this energy you give off, where people just want to give you love. And they kind of fall head over heels in love with you, not just in a romantic sense, also in a friendship way. I'm kind of feeling an energy of like people, just kind of wanting to be your friend, people just wanting to be around you, very, very quickly. And then it's like the sense of like them wearing their hearts on their sleeve for you, even if they're kind of closed off. I feel like you make people feel things on a very deep level, even if they're closed off. And that's something I see here too. I feel like people see you as a good friend, a good lover, a catch, like the type of person they'd want around them. And I just feel like you give a lot of people hope with the star card, that is kind of hypnotizing, because that hope, there's something about your energy that makes people happy with the sun card. Like, sometimes happiness can be addicting, is the word I'm getting. Um, like this celebratory energy you give people is kind of addicting, and that is what is hypnotizing, because it's like they just want more and more and more of it. They just want more and more of your presence. So I think you make people feel a lot more balanced with the Two of Pentacles at the back of the deck. And I think I'm going to end off your reading here, my pal ones. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you and spending this time with you. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. By the way, this is the Vanessa Tarot. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. This is the Shadows of Light Oracle deck. This is the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. This here is the Ethereal Visions, and yeah. Bye! Hi there, my pal number twos. If you chose this Carnelian crystal and the Sewer Mermaid with your sensuality is beautiful, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what about you is hypnotizing. Please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm first going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards on camera, and then after that I will pull your tarot cards. So I'm kind of getting a message for you as I start off, because I had my phone on the side here And sometimes I get a lot of messages from people like while I'm doing readings, and then I'm like, I put my phone on do not disturb because some people send like many messages at once, which I don't mind. It doesn't irritate me, but then I just put my phone on do not disturb because I'm someone that likes to focus. But, anyways, this isn't about me. The message I kind of got was like, since a lot of people were messaging me at the time I started your reading, and like messaging me with a whole bunch of different messages, it's kind of like your energy is hypnotizing because a lot of people want to message you at once. And like when they start messaging you or they start talking to you, they want to send more and more and more. And it's kind of like they speak their mind to you and they don't mind sending you many texts at once, or people feel like doing that because your energy is hypnotizing. We'll see more about that in a moment. So we started off with the Shadows and Light Oracle deck. This is the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. So Spirit Guides of my pile number 2s, may I please look into what about them is hypnotizing? What about my pile 2s is hypnotizing? We have Sacred Purpose with Eternal Flame and Ancestral Legacy. And we have Wings of Light with Becoming Something New. We have an extra card here, Healing Earth with the power to give and receive healing. I'll see how I put the cards. We have at the back of the deck, Miracles with Ancient Wisdom. Okay, so Spirit Guides of my pile number 2s, Spirit Guides of my pile 2s. What about my pile 2s is hypnotizing to others? We have Sacred Lust here. Okay, there's so many cards about sensuality, lust. Maybe you're just really sexy people. And then we have another card with a mermaid on it. You are my pile of sirens. This card is naked. You were my pile of sirens. And it's not to say that there's only sensuality to you. I kind of get this vibe from you, my pile 2s. This card is wanting to come out with the lions here, and I see a lion here on this card. I kind of get this vibe from you. You have a kind of energy, sort of like a Leo. It doesn't mean you have to be a Leo, but you know how a lion stands out the most. The lion is the king of the jungle. And then we also have this queen card wanting to come out. So maybe some of you have like queen, king energy, and it's like you're someone that stands out a lot. Or you're someone that has this showstopper energy, like whenever you walk to a place or you are in someone's house or you walk in a room or walk in a shopping center or whatever, a mall, there is a sense of like people turning heads for you, people looking at you and finding you very attractive, not only, but also this energy of you standing out. Everyone looking at you, maybe people even wanting to worship you, as we see here. People wanting to spoil you, people wanting to give to you. I feel an energy here, like I said, queen, king energy. So people often put you on a pedestal, and I guess that's hypnotizing to them, seeing you because you have this energy of like standing out, even if you're not a Leo. That's what I feel from you. So at the back of the deck, we have Truth. So now I'm going to go ahead and use these small tarot cards as oracle cards. So Spirit Guides of my pile 2s, may I please look into what about my pile 2s is hypnotizing? I kind of lost my train of thought there. Maybe some of you have this energy of like being around people and then they kind of lose their train of thought, or they just blank out because they're kind of like looking at you and maybe you're talking. I'm seeing a vision of you talking to them, asking them a question. And they're like, sorry, what? it's kind of like this energy of them going into like a daydream state where it's hypnotizing your energy. Like, I feel like you have a lot of attraction and beauty, and sensuality to you, and this energy of standing out. It's kind of like when people are around you, they, like I said, they put you on a pedestal, and there's this sense of like, when you talk to someone and you're really excited to talk to them and you want to impress them in some way, or you want them to notice you in some way, kind of energies, what people feel around you. And then, like, they're talking to you and they're so mesmerized by even talking to you because I feel like you have that energy about you. Like, maybe sometimes people see you as like a celebrity or an influencer or a model. Maybe you just have a lot of attraction energy to you. But I also feel like it's your confidence because you chose the carnelian crystal. It's like you carry yourself with this confidence. So I'm hearing from Spirit, you don't even need to consider yourself. If you're like listening to this and you're like, I'm not that attractive, or I don't find myself that attractive, maybe it's the confidence that you wear that kind of makes people see you like that. You can see a person really have confidence, and it's like people will treat them differently because of that confidence. You get what I mean? So even if you yourself listen to this and say that sounds too good to be true, maybe this is just the way people view you as well, my pal twos, because I feel the energy here, like people are seeing you for the first time. They're mesmerized by you. I don't know if you've ever seen someone attractive for the first time and you compliment them and they're like, oh, I'm just wearing this, like I'm not, and they kind of, turn away the compliment. You know, you may feel the same as those people, but if you look at them when you're complimenting them, you don't feel that way about them. Do you get what I mean? So they're seeing you for the first time, seeing your attractiveness for the first time, being extremely drawn to you, and kind of like putting you on a pedestal, getting really excited to talk to you. It feels like if I'm in those people's shoes, it feels like I'm talking to a celebrity or someone really well known or someone really, really attractive where I want to impress them in some way. Do you get what I mean? And we have the Knight of Cups here. So I also feel like you may get a lot of people have crushes on you or romantically interested in you in some way. And it doesn't just have to be romantically, it can be a lot of people maybe even having friendship crushes on you, wanting to talk to you, wanting to be in your circle and give you love, like that type of energy. Um, this love letter even matches up to what I said about like maybe people even wanting to message you like 3, 4, 5 times in a row and not not really care, and like even if they don't do it, it's like they have that urge to do it. That's what I feel here. So what about my pile twos is hypnotizing. We have the Six of Wands. Yeah, you have the showstopper energy, my pile twos. Like this energy, I'm seeing that video of that lady where she's like, I'm a star. I don't know who it is, but she's like, I'm a star. Like that kind of energy. Maybe you have that energy to you, like where maybe people think you're really successful or think you are recognized in some way, or maybe they see you being like that in the future. Even here with Sacred Purpose, perhaps people see you as someone that could be really well known in the future or famous. Like, I'm not trying to make this reading about fame and things like that, but it's the energy I'm seeing here. It's like maybe people see you as someone that has a lot of talents or star qualities that would make you stand out and make you super successful and make you really become that energy of standing out and have people notice you everywhere you go. I'm really feeling like that energy. And now I'm hearing that song, When I Grow Up, I Want to Be Famous, Want to Be a Star. That kind of energy is like what people feel from you. Maybe you don't see it yourself, but even if you don't see it yourself, maybe some of you even have like a model quality to you. Like maybe you step into a place and you look like an influencer, or you look like you're really successful or well known, even if you're not. Or maybe people think you will become really successful like that with the things you do. Maybe you're someone that is really talented at what you do and you have this uniqueness to you of really drawing people in. Okay, so we have the Sun card. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. We have so many cards for you. And the Chariot. And then at the back of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So there's also this stuck feeling, like maybe people feeling like they can't get to know you, or they can't talk to you, or it would be like impossible for you to notice them. Do you get what I mean? It's kind of like people look at you with a stuck energy, like that person's out of my league, that person would never like me, that person would never talk to me. It's kind of like I'm looking at this Knight of Cups card and this person going over to give this person that is gaining an award, a love letter, and kind of feeling like, almost like, am I a stalker? Am I like gonna make this person feel awkward or whatever? Like, that's a feeling people get around you, like you're out of their league, like they can't even talk to you because you won't even. I know you're not like people like that because I feel like you're very kind people, but at the same time, there is this stuck feeling like that person wouldn't like me, that person wouldn't want to be friends with me. They're so beautiful, they're so attractive, they look successful in some way, or they look like they have money in some way. Maybe people even think you're successful, but even if you're not, even if you don't relate to that, like maybe you just give off that impression to people. Because I'm even looking at this Chariot card, and she's driving in her cute car and she has shopping bags in the back and a cow in the back. Cows represent abundance, and the sun with it is like success as well. But the Sun card is also like a very happy, vibrant energy. Maybe you give off this very happy, vibrant energy, and people think you are leveling up in your life. Or with the Chariot, it's kind of like, I feel maybe people that know you see how you are leveling up in your life and kind of feel like, oh my gosh, pile two, they're really transforming themselves. They're really growing into the best version of themselves. They're really improving their lives. Um, they're really, making big moves in their career and in their energies where they're becoming more successful kind of energies is what I see. Or they're becoming more of the version of themselves that is confident, that stands out more, that looks more happy, looks more vibrant. It's like you've had a glow up or a level up in your energy that people are noticing, and it's kind of hypnotizing, but also inspiring, because I see people kind of talking, people from your past with the Six of Cups here, looking at you and how you've leveled up in your life, how you've grown up in your life, and the sense of like, oh my gosh, do you see Paltu? Remember how they looked 5 years ago? Well, look at them. They're even more beautiful now, or even more attractive now. Oh, look at Paltu. Like, remember we went to school with them? Oh my gosh, like they're so successful now. They've really leveled up. They've really glowed up. Or that kind of energy is what I see here too. And that's also hypnotizing, because it's like you make people talk about you and get interested in your life. It's kind of like people look at you and get very intrigued by your life. And I'm seeing popcorn. It's like they want to look into your life and be very intrigued by it. I feel that energy with you, like you make people want to know more about you. You've transformed yourself, and I think that transformation you've gone through also in your emotions, you've healed yourself, and maybe that has made you even more attractive too, or made you more noticeable by others, because it's like they see you maybe being more happy, more vibrant now with the sun, maybe even being more confident in yourself, because we have the lion here. Your sensuality is beautiful, and the carnelian crystal is all about confidence, as well as the lion, confidence, courage. So maybe people see you as someone that has now come out of your shell, like people from your past. And it's like you seem much happier with yourself. You seem much more comfortable in your body, and you just seem like you've transformed yourself in some way and grown up, leveled up in some way. And I guess there is that intrigue there. But also, I feel like it's not just that attractive energy you have, it's also your energy. Like with the Healing Earth card, I feel you have a lot of healing energy, and you have this vibe like a siren that just kind of lures people in. Because I mean, you have two mermaid cards coming out, and these are not even mermaid oracle decks. Like, let me show you. These are not mermaid oracle decks. I'm also hearing a song, You Got Me Intoxicated. So, look here. No mermaid cards. Maybe your energy is intoxicating too, as well. Like maybe people find your energy intoxicating and they kind of get a little bit obsessive over your energy. Not in like a bad way, but more so this energy of like, I need to have more of pile two. I need to have more of pile two. And now I'm hearing Drunken Love by Beyonce. So maybe some of you have that energy of like, when people want you, you're almost like that sweet cake they want to indulge more in, or that alcohol they want to indulge more in. It's like your energy is very intoxicating, and it kind of like lures people in. You have the siren effects of you, and also with seductive energy of like luring people in, making people want to talk to you, making people want to stare at you. And I feel that very strongly. That's hypnotizing to others. So I'm also feeling an energy here, like a lot of people just want to be around you. Like I said, they put you on a pedestal, my pal twos. And it's your energy, it's your attractiveness, it's your sensuality, the seductive vibe, it's your confidence, it's your glow up, your level up. But it's also your vibrant energy, like you seem much happier, or you seem to be very happy with yourself and your life. So that just makes people even more drawn. And I think with the Six of Cups here, I'm also seeing a daydreamy vibe. Like a lot of people will daydream about you. Even strangers, they will, feel very attracted to you and daydream about you. And they know they'll never see you again, but it's like that person, like, oh my gosh. And then they're kind of daydreaming. They have like almost like a romantic novel in their mind, even though it's never going to come true and they know it. Or maybe people on social media as well that look at you and, they want to message you on social media, but they never have the courage to, and all they do is daydream about you. I feel like you have that essence to you of like, Spirit is showing me Wattpad novels, like, not Wattpad novels, Wattpad books. Like, I used to read those in high school, and there were a lot of romantic ones. People almost look at you like that and fantasize and daydream about you in their mind and play out their whole life with you. You know, when you see a movie and someone is looking at a person, and we think that the whole scene is playing out like that because it actually happens, but then it was just a thought they had in their mind. And then we see them, live their whole life together, get married, have kids together, things like that. I almost feel like you have that effect on people where they just daydream about their whole life with you and what it would be like. I see that too. And also not just romantically, but like also in a friendship way with the Sun card. I feel like a lot of people are just drawn to you because you give off this really optimistic vibe to you. And this vibe of standing out, of, really knowing your worth, of confidence. That's what I feel here. So, spirit guides of my pile twos. What about my pile twos is hypnotizing? We have the Page of Swords. We have the Justice card. We have the Three of Wands. Now I'm hearing Doja Cat's song, You Get Me So High. I'm not gonna get into the controversies of her, but I'm hearing her song, The Eight of Pentacles, so maybe you also have an effect on people, like you make them almost feel drunk or high. I don't know why I'm picking that up, but that's what your energy does. We have the King of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. I feel this Five of Swords is kind of like people going into competition for you, or people feeling jealous of you because of the things you may have or may not have that they assume. Like Five of Wands can be strangers maybe assuming you are very successful and feeling jealous of you, or Five of Wands could also be people fighting over you and like wanting you. Like I'm almost feeling a vibe with the Sun card at the back of the deck. It could also be jealousy because you look happy, but then I'm also feeling a vibe like, I want to be pile two's friend. No, I want to be pile two's friend. I want to be pile two's friend. Or I want to be pile two's lover. No, I want to be pile two's lover. We have the Empress card. Also, you have this very Venusian energy too. This very attractive energy, seductive energy. But then it's like you often intoxicate people and like make them so drawn to you and make them so hypnotized to you with your energy and your attractiveness and everything I just mentioned, that it makes them sometimes want everything about you. Because now I'm hearing another song. I'm hearing so many songs for you. Do you guys like music, or do you, maybe you have this kind of energy to you? Like I mentioned, you have that siren energy. So maybe you almost like walk into a room or somewhere, and you know when you see a movie and someone walks in and then music is playing and time just slows down, and they flick their hair or they do something, and it's like that energy, maybe you have that effect on people. I'm hearing the song All or Nothing by Kali Uchis, and it is a very song like, give me all or nothing. So people kind of maybe even sometimes get so hypnotized and addicted to your energy and to who you are that they want to be around you, and they sometimes feel entitled to having all of you at once. With the Five of Wands, um, I feel that strongly. Like, even if people have never fought over you, it's like, you know what I'm seeing? Mean Girls, and then like, when they were about to do that Christmas dance, when she said Katie must be on her left or right or something like that, must be next to her, and then Gretchen must be on the other side. And then I could see Gretchen's face was looking a bit jealous. It's kind of like maybe you're like Regina George, but you're not a mean Regina George. You're a kind Regina George. But then it's like everyone wants to be next to you. Everyone wants to be the first friend to you. Everyone wants to be the first person you go to. Do you get what I mean? I feel that. And with the King of Wands, it could also be romantically. Like maybe a lot of people want you at once. Like maybe you may not know this, but maybe in a friendship group you've had maybe two people liked you at the same time, and they're like, no, I'm gonna be with them. No, I'm gonna be with them kind of energy. For some of you. And with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel what's hypnotizing about you is you make people want to work for you and put in effort, and just like leave everything they have to do for you. I kind of feel that energy of like, for people to be around you, they have to put in work, they have to put in effort. and to stay in your life for a long time, they have to be consistent with that with the Three of Wands. And it's kind of like people want to be in your life for a long time, and that's also hypnotizing because it's like, even when they talk to you with the Justice card, it's kind of like they want to see more of who you are. They want to see more of like who you are as a person and like get to know you more and talk to you more. It's kind of like that energy of like, if people talk to you, they want to talk to you for like 3 hours, non-stop, and kind of get lost in conversation. And with the Three of Wands, I kind of get the vibe like, if I saw you yesterday, I'd want to see you tomorrow again. Like that type of hypnotizing, intoxicating energy. And I feel like your vibe also, since you're so optimistic and you have that optimistic energy towards life, it's also contagious and makes others happy. And I feel like sometimes also you have this effect on people where like you'll say something and you're not thinking it's funny, but then people will laugh. Um like you have that effect on people where your happiness is contagious and it makes them happy too. And that's also hypnotizing. I think people just love to be around you. So I'm going to leave your reading here, my pile twos. So I'm going to tell you about all the tarot decks and oracle decks I use. So this was the Ethereal Visions tarot deck. This was the this was the Priestess of Light oracle deck. This was the Shadows and Light oracle deck. This was the African Goddess Rising oracle deck. And this is the Vanessa Tarot. So I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this red cat's eye crystal and the grumpy red fairy with Be Your True Self, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what about you is hypnotizing to others. I'm first going to go ahead and pull some oracle cards for you, and then I'm going to pull your tarot cards after. So, spirit guides of my pile number threes, spirit guides of my pile threes. What about my pile threes is hypnotizing to others? We have adjustment with looking back, moving forward. And then at the back of the deck, we have sacred breath and sound with life force and communication. Spirit guides of my pile threes, spirit guides of my pile threes. What about them is hypnotizing to others? We have celestial alignment. And two other cards also want to come out. We have storms. And we have level up. At the back of the deck, we have liberation. So now I'm going to be using this little tarot deck as an oracle deck. So spirit guides of my pile threes. May I please look into what about my pile threes is hypnotizing to others? We have the Two of Pentacles. I think this card came out in reverse, or is my deck? No, my deck is upside down. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles, but it came out reverse, so I'm just going to leave it reverse. It kind of matches up with the storm's meaning. So we have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands. Excuse the noises in the background if you can hear the person outside gardening. We have the Eight of Swords at the back of the deck. So first off, as I tap into your energy, I'm hearing that song by Lana Del Rey. So first off, as I tap into your energy, I'm hearing that song by Lana Del Rey, the one Once Upon a Dream. So it kind of goes, I know you, I've been with you once upon a dream, something like that. I think it was Lana Del Rey, I'm not sure, that made like that song for um a Disney movie, I think. I'm not sure. But with Once Upon a Dream, there is this kind of dreamy vibe you give off to others. As well with the Celestial Alignment card, I feel that dreamy vibe. Like, it's almost like Pisces head on the cloud feeling people get from you. You don't have to be a Pisces. It could just be that effect you give people, like their head is very much in the clouds. And I also feel like you have this magical energy to you. This is my magical pile with the Eight of Wands here. And then I also heard the song, She's Magic, It's Tragic that no one saw it when it happened. So I feel that energy, like you have this magical yet dreamy vibe to you that you give off to others. And it kind of makes others really daydream about you a lot. And it gives off that vibe where people just kind of go into another magical realm when they daydream about you. It's like their heads is in the clouds or something like that. And even when people look at you and stare at you, you have that hypnotizing effect on others where they feel like they are in the clouds. They feel like they're somewhere else, somewhere more adventurous, but also dreamy and magical at the same time. And I feel like your heart, you have an energy where you connect to your heart on a really deep level, because look at how her heart is shining out with the pink lights there. So I feel like the way you love is from an unconditional place, because pink is the higher heart chakra. So you really connect to that higher heart chakra energy, that unconditional love energy, and people can feel that vibe from you. And when they talk to you, when they're around you, it's sort of this energy of like people wanting to be loved by you, or people wanting to get to know you deeper. In terms of love, it doesn't always have to be romantic, but just this vibe of like people wanting to be around you, people being very drawn to you because your heart shines out so much. And that is hypnotizing to others, because I feel even strangers, you have this effect on them with the witchy energy. Maybe you have this love spell effect on people, and it doesn't just have to be romantic, but it could also be romantic. Like when strangers are walking around, there's a sense of them feeling such a strong attraction to you. And it's not like you do it on purpose, but it's just your vibe and your aura that puts them under this energy. And it's like, you know what Spirit is showing me? The movie Bratz Fashion Pixies, when Lena put a love spell on Dylan and he was following her everywhere. Maybe you have that effect on people with your energy. Like it's almost like they're under a love spell and they just want to follow you everywhere like a puppy dog. Um, and it doesn't just have to be romantic love. Like I said, it could also be people, you know, seeing you in public, strangers, and then wanting to be friends with you and feeling this strong urge to come over and talk to you, or to, you know, look at you. And with the Storms card, I kind of feel like when people do fall in love with you in a romantic sense, it's almost like they're taking a leap of faith out of a plane and jumping out of a plane, and, you know, they fall for you in a head over heels in love kind of a way. Where with the Storms card, it kind of reminds me of the Tower, like, and it kind of reminds me of like being hit by Cupid's arrow or something like that. But the Cupid's arrow is like a lightning bolt. I don't know. That kind of energy, like when they just fall hard and fast. And with the Storms card, I feel like you cause people to have, you know, intense emotional reactions to you, especially when you're not around anymore. I feel with the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Swords, Some people may see you as so attractive, or you put them under this love spell energy that is so hypnotizing with your aura, with your vibe. And I don't think you do it. I think it's just you operate at an unconditional love, so people naturally feel drawn to loving you. And then it's like maybe they see you as kind of like a heartbreaker with the Three of Swords, or they kind of like shoot themselves down before they can even try, because maybe they say they're out of your league or things like that. Or you could be the one that got away to a lot of people from your past where they still feel very intense emotions for you, and it's kind of like they're heartbroken. Spirit is showing me a friend I have as an example. So this friend I had, I'm not gonna say their name, but they had like a girl they were very much in love with, and that girl, something happened where it didn't work out, and they were still thinking of that girl like 3 years later, 4 years later, like wanting them back. And they knew it was impossible to get that person back. But then they'd still talk about them in this very daydreamy, romantic way, like that was the perfect girl kind of energy for me. So maybe you have that effect on people from your past, even just in a friendship way too, like that you're the one that got away, that friend that got away, that they can never find another you in someone else, the love that you gave, that maybe you were the perfect lover or perfect friend, and they lost out, they missed out on that. And there is that storm energy of like they can never get you back, and that feeling of regret and that feeling of like heartbreak and feeling unbalanced without you. But also they see you moving on with your life and still being happy, and that makes them even more sad. So that too is hypnotizing, because it's like they just can't get over you. And since I mentioned Lana Del Rey in the beginning, maybe some of you have an energy similar to Lana Del Rey. Like very Lana Del Rey does give me witchy vibes, to be honest. But also she has like that type of energy to her that is very unique. Like even when she wears like red hearts sunglasses, your red heart kind of looks like hers. Her sunglasses that she wears, and I didn't do that intentionally, but I'm just noticing it now. And some of you have this vibe to you, like a very romantic essence or vibe, like where people want to see who you are, or you could dress in a very soft way like her, or be very dreamy. Or some of you, I'm seeing some of you don't mind expressing yourself authentically, like maybe you give off this witchy or like dark feminine vibe for some of you. Um, of course, this doesn't have to be just women watching, but I'm feeling that energy from some of you, like when you dress up or when you are out in public. Some of you are really colorful, some of you are really dreamy, some of you look good in pastel colors, and it's, hypnotizing to others because it's dreamy. Whereas some of you have that romantic essence or vibe where people want to get to know you more. Some of you have that witchy vibe where it's like, who is that person over there? Like, oh my gosh, they look so interesting. Or some of you just dress up in a way that is very colorful and eye-catching, or some of you dress up in a way like this fairy over here with red highlights and very much not caring about what people think, just like wearing what you want to wear, being authentic to you, because that's what this Be Your True Self card is all about. Like maybe you're someone that doesn't mind dressing the way you want, doing your makeup the way you want if you wear makeup, or doing your hair the way you want, coloring your hair, having tattoos, having, anything that allows you to express yourself is what I feel some of you have in your fashion style and in the way you express yourself to the world, that it just makes you stand out and it makes you catch people's eyes. Because I feel like a lot of times people kind of are afraid to express themselves the way they want and kind of be unique. But I feel like you are that unique person in the world. And it kind of makes people very drawn to you and hypnotized by you because it's like there's a sense of them wanting to talk to you. And I feel like you change a lot of people's lives or inspire them to do that themselves. Like, let's say you just dyed your hair, for example. It doesn't have to be like this, but let's just say you dyed your hair, red. And now someone else sees that and they're like, I've always wanted to dye my hair red, but I've never been courageous enough. I think this is my sign to do it. Like that kind of energy. Or I've always wanted to wear this, but I never allowed myself to do that. I'm going to go and do that now. So I see that energy too, but I also see what is hypnotizing about you is you do change people's lives in a way you don't even realize with the adjustment card, because I feel like when you come into people's lives in terms of romance, friendship, whatever, even family, I'm hearing, even if there is some sense of like conflict between the two of you, you change their lives in some way, even if it's like a short-lived connection, you change their life in some way with your energy, with the words you use. And it's like something about that where people look back at who they were before they met you, and then they kind of feel a lot of gratitude for you because it's like you bring change into their lives in one way or another, and you help them grow with the level up card. But I also feel like you have had your own sort of level up or glow up in your own life where you've become more comfortable with being your true self in the world, with following your heart, with doing the things you want to do. And, maybe a lot of you have grown up or leveled up in some way where people from your past look at you and there's this sense of like, oh my gosh, look at Pal too. Um, they leveled up in their career, or they had this huge glow up. Um, they used to be like this, but they've changed and they're like this now. But I like this new them. I like this new era of them. So maybe some of you have stepped into a new era of you, and people are really enjoying that, like looking at that, like people that, even if they didn't know you personally and they knew you on social media, I'm seeing a lot of people get hypnotized by you on social media and like to scroll through your posts, or like to see who you were once before, and then maybe they were following you on social media and like looking at your stories or looking at your updates, and then they see who you've changed into, and there's like this feeling of even strangers on social media looking at you and being like, oh my gosh, like look at this person, like they've changed so much, I'm inspired by them. And that kind of energy. And you also make people feel like life is an adventure with the Knight of Wands. I feel like you have this very fun, adventurous vibe to you that when people are around you, even if you're not doing adventurous things together, it's like that is hypnotizing to them because they want that again. And I feel like you have this very unique personality to you where people can't find you in another person again, and there's this sense of like them longing for you again, after seeing you or after being with you for a day or after being your friend. And like let's say you have a friendship breakup, there's a sense of them not finding you another person, or even exes and things like that. And I guess you're the one that got away to a lot of people because they can't find you in another person. Also, when people talk to you, there's a sense of comfortability, like you somehow change their life even just talking to them. It's like you put people into alignment because you also have a lot of healing energy. I'm now going to pull some tarot cards for you and see what else Spirit can show me about what is hypnotizing about you. And yeah, like I feel there's this stuck feeling like when people do leave your life or never see you again, there's this stuck feeling like I want that person back in my life, but I can never have them. We have the Fool card, so I feel you have this very optimistic, free-spirited energy and approach to life, and that just makes people very drawn to you because I feel like you often don't see that. I feel like maybe you're the type of person that, wakes up every day and sees it as a blessing to live, to be. Spirit is showing me the tangled scene when she escapes her tower for the first time and she's touching the grass with her feet and she's like, this is the most amazing thing ever. Maybe you're someone that has a lot of gratitude or optimism or passion for life, because we even have the Queen of Wands here. And that is very hypnotizing to people because it makes them see, okay, like we should be more appreciative of life and the life we do have and that kind of energy. And I feel like that energy you have is contagious. That laughter you have, happiness you have is contagious to others, and it's hypnotizing because it's like, I love this person's energy. I love their optimism. I love I love their happy type of vibe. We have the sun too. I love their happy type of vibe, happy-go-lucky vibe. I'd love to have a friend like that, a partner like that. And Spirit is now showing me Mabel from Gravity Falls. So maybe some of you are also cute like her. But they're showing me the scene of, I don't know if it's a scene, but like her throwing flowers at everyone. I feel like maybe some of you have that vibe too. Or like a sunflower vibe, you very much give that optimistic, hopeful energy towards life. And with the Queen of Wands, you are magnetic. You are extremely magnetic to others, where I also feel like some of you have a seductive vibe to you too, like where people get really, really attracted to you. And some of you have this fiery energy or this energy of like passion for life and independence and this type of vibe that is like, I'm hearing 1 in a million, you're a catch to be around. You're that person that everyone wants to either become or be friends with or love. I feel that energy very strongly, and some of you also have a leadership type of energy or a trendsetter type of vibe where you wear something and then people want to dress like you or look like you, and um maybe you have this energy too of standing out, of taking up space, of you know carrying yourself and walking with confidence, and that is hypnotizing to others too. And then we have the Empress card. So when you are around people, you, like I said, you have that Venusian energy of like drawing them in, making them look at you, making them think of you. And you very much, with the Empress and the energies I spoke about, like Lana Del Rey, maybe you have that type of vibe that makes people like want to love you or makes people want to be with you or makes people very attracted to you. And I feel like you're also someone that is always ever growing. And maybe you get more and more beautiful or attractive by the day. And I feel like you have a lot of romantic suitors that want you, since we have the Knight of Cups too. Yeah, I feel that too. It's like people just want to give you love because you operate at a space of love. We also have the Queen of Swords, so when people speak to you, it's kind of hypnotizing. I feel like when you speak to people, they kind of just like to stare at you, and listen to your voice. Maybe something about your voice is hypnotizing too, like, or maybe some of you have beautiful singing voices or beautiful voices in general, and people just want to talk to you more and more and more. And you have that vibe of like standing out, of shining, of taking up space. When you walk into a room, you turn heads, you make jaws drop, is what I feel. So I think I'm going to leave your reading here, my pile number threes. I really hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I can't wait to see you in my next reading. So this was the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. This was the Shadows and Light oracle deck. This is the African Goddess Rising oracle deck. This is the Vanessa Tarot, and this is the Ethereal Visions Tarot. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.